I'm scared to speak on my own situation until I get out the situation. It was laughing going on me. It's not really a game to me.
I don't know why we're here. The governor said drop it. The lieutenant governor said drop it. The DA said drop it. It's only one person that won't drop it, and that's Judge Brinkley. I don't understand why we still out here fighting for justice when the justice idea is clear. And that answer is free Meek and keep Meek free.
What's going on, guys? Speedy here from Complex, coming at you from Philadelphia, and today rapper Meek Mill is headed into court for a hearing to see if his conviction can be overturned. He's kind of become, indirectly at least, a figure for criminal justice reform nationwide, and so we're going to hit a rally outside of the courthouse as well to talk to some people about this case.
I felt as though it's important for me to come down here and support my brother Meek Mill. It's so serious that I just got out of dialysis and I came straight here to support my brother.
Why is it important for you to be here today in honor of Meek Mill?
You know, we come from the same background, we from the same city. You know, we both struggled to get out, and you know, we both had some success. And I myself been through the criminal justice system, and you know, it's definitely corrupt.
Do you think that the criminal justice system kind of targets young men of color?
Absolutely. Recently, the New York Times put out an article that the Pew Research Center had put out with the census, tracking all of the black men that were born about 30 years ago. And it showed that the odds were stacked against them, regardless of your income level that you were coming up against, regardless of if you had a father figure, debunking all of these myths that we are taught about black people in our country, about people of color in our country. And it really proves that there are institutions that are producing systematic oppression and injustice. And until we start paying attention to that, there's nothing that we can do about it, because we need to get educated about it first, and we need to connect with one another first. You know, Meek Mill is really taking this opportunity to create a platform for this, because it's not just him. This is happening all the time to black men all across this country, people of color all across this country, to undocumented people all across this country, to transgender people all across this country who feel like they don't have a support system or a platform. So Meek Mill is that platform.
The one and only Meek Mill.
Hey, first of all, I want to say thank you for everybody coming out and supporting me and standing up for me. It means a lot to me. Actually, last night I spent Father's Day with my son last night, and if it wasn't for people like y'all, I wouldn't be able to be here today to spend time like that with my son. So I want to say thank y'all. I actually left a lot of men inside them walls who can't spend Father's Day with their sons, and some of the men are actually innocent. You know, it's people that's locked behind the walls who caught up in darkness who don't have the support. So I hope that we get people behind these people like myself, and we stand up for people that's caught up in a system that don't belong there. Make some noise for yourselves, and I gotta go to court and finish my day out fighting for my freedoms.
Meek Mills, it's been so long, over 15 years. I done got married to this young lady right here. I done had 2 kids. And I actually did a lot, traveled the world, and Meek Mills is still fighting the same case.
I spent over 20 years in prison for whatever reason. And it was, for most of the time, it was for something that was petty. But like by me being a repeat offender, the gravity scores, it raised. So a misdemeanor becomes like a felony. And by me not having the money at the time to pay for a high-profile lawyer, the court's going to do what they want to me.
My son is incarcerated. I was incarcerated. I got brothers and sisters that's incarcerated. There's so many people that's incarcerated and that's been incarcerated unjustly. So at the end of the day, we got to fight for everybody, not just free Meek, but free all of them.
What do you think the outcome is going to be?
Well, I think we got to paint herself into a corner, this judge. So I really think Meek going to get out today, or at the end of the day, it'll be preparations for something happen next, and then it'll be over with.
I'm scared to speak on my own situation until I get out the situation. It was laughing going on me. It's not really a game to me.
Talk to us about what happened inside the courtroom.
It wasn't a fair hearing, but we didn't let that stop us. We kept banging our message and making our message, which is this is an injustice. It has to be overturned. I want to pay tribute to the district attorney's office for their integrity, for their decency, and for their sense of right. They stood tall in telling this judge to stop this and to put an end to it once and for all. She didn't rule today, and she didn't give us any indication up in that courtroom that she would treat us fairly. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope she does, but if she doesn't, this fight's a long way from over.
When is the next hearing?
She's been given a deadline by the Pennsylvania Supreme Court of June 30 to reach a decision.
What will that decision be?
Presumably in our favor if justice prevails.
At no point in time will we be unbowed. At no point in time will we give up. At no point in time, no matter what door somebody upstairs try to slam in our face, we will finish this, and we're going to finish it with this injustice being overturned.
I came into the situation today not really knowing, thinking anything good was going to happen in that courtroom, and it was what I thought it was, and I just got up here to thank y'all for coming out to support me and supporting the other men and brothers that's caught up in the system the same way. So I want to say thank y'all, and I appreciate everything.
All right, guys, relatively anticlimactic day here in Philadelphia. Hundreds of rally goers were here in hopes that Meek Mill's conviction would be overturned. Unfortunately for them, that was not the case today. The judge decided that she would decide by June 30th whether or not that will happen at all. And so you guys are going to have to keep it locked with us to see what will happen next. And as always, keep it locked with us. For Complex News, I'm Speedy Morgan.